The sound beneath Cold Branch Hollow. The Appalachian Mountains are older than bones. Their quiet, misty slopes have seen the rise and fall of tribes, settlements, and secrets long buried beneath the fern-choked ground. Among them lies a place even the locals avoid, Cold Branch Hollow. Maeve Weller had never heard of the place until her grandmother's funeral. "She's the last of the Cold Branch line," one old woman whispered. Another old woman added, "They never did find what was under that ridge." That night, curiosity consumed her. As a freelance writer, Maeve was drawn to obscure mysteries and dying folk tales. Her grandmother, June Weller, had told stories about mountain witches and ghost lights, but never about Cold Branch Hollow. The lawyer said apprehensively, "It's remote, no power, no road in. Locals say the ridge echoes wrong." Maeve smiled. That was all the invitation she needed. It took her 4 hours to hike in from the nearest trailhead. The woods grew thicker the deeper she went, the sounds more muffled, like the trees swallowed them. She finally stumbled into a small clearing. A crooked cabin leaned into the earth like it was tired. Moss climbed its walls. On the porch, a rusted wind chime clinked a single, off-key note over and over, though the air was still. At twilight, the first whisper came, drifting in like wind over a bottle. An eerie voice whispered, "Maeve!" She froze. The fire snapped behind her. A branch cracked outside. The next day, Maeve explored. Behind the cabin, tangled undergrowth concealed an old trail, marked only by a row of stacked stones, too neat, too deliberate. An hour in, she found the ruins of an old Appalachian settlement. At the center stood a crumbling church with no roof and a symbol carved above the door, a circle split by 3 jagged lines. Inside, the pews were splintered, but the altar remained. Something had been scratched into the wood. It came from below. As she turned to leave, she felt a vibration through her boots, deep and steady, like a heartbeat in the earth. On the third day, she saw him, a man standing still, just beyond the tree line, watching. Maeve called out cautiously, "Hello?" He didn't move. Then, slowly, he raised one arm and pointed toward the ground. Maeve backed inside, heart thudding. Later that night, scratching came from beneath the floorboards. Something thumped. She pulled up a rotten board and found a trapdoor. The trapdoor opened on a narrow staircase carved into rock. At its center stood a stone slab covered in chains, with the same symbol from the church etched around it in chalk. Something moved beneath the slab. Her light flickered. A low moan rolled through the tunnel like wind, through a cave. She found the nearest town, Waycross Gap, and demanded to know what was under that cabin. Hallie Dunn said gravely, "Your gran helped seal it. Back in '62, they say it's the echo of something that never should have existed." That night, Maeve returned with matches and kerosene, but when she arrived, the door was open. The voice changed, twisted, guttural, impossible. It growled, "Let me out!" The trapdoor burst upward. She fled into the woods as the whispering rose into a howling scream. Behind her, the cabin collapsed in flames. It's been 6 months. Maeve moved back to the city, but some nights when the wind is just right, she hears the whisper through the trees near her apartment. Cold Branch burned, but the sound survived. Something was freed beneath those old mountains, and it wants to be heard.